What's good, y'all, man? It's Leo back with another video. Oh shit, hold on. My phone better not piss me off, you know what I'm saying? The setup is kind of shaky, so I apologize in advance. But I was kind of bored and I just wanted to make this video real quick. This is for students in university, or like if you got a job, if basically busy people, right? If you got stuff going on, you know, you have classes to attend to, you got a job, whatever. And you also want to like lose weight at the same time, right? You want to get shredded or like leaner, basically, right? So me personally, I'm not cutting right now, so, you know, but I still wanted to make this video because this is still the approach that I would take if I was cutting. And this is also what I'm kind of doing when I'm bulking, you know, just in like different portions. So basically, I'll get straight to the point. Let me just hold my phone like that because that will piss me off if because it will keep falling down all the time. So let me get straight to the point, right? What I would do is just skip lunch, okay? And let me explain, right? Because when you skip lunch, especially if you lift in the morning, right, which I would recommend for you if you're like a university student and you have like classes, you know, during the midday. Not only do you have it done, you know, like in the morning, and you know, you don't got to think about it no more. You got your workout in, you know what I mean? Not only that, but when you work out in the morning, after that, you have like a natural little high, you know, and you don't, at least for me, you just want to get shit done. You know, when I get done lifting, I'm in a positive momentum where I don't necessarily think about food. You know, I'm kind of hungry, but I'm not like, oh my God, I have to eat, you know? And especially then, most of the time, like when you're like, you know, a busy uni student, after you're done lifting, you don't even have that much time to eat anyways. So what I would recommend is, right, let's get into the specifics. So I'm assuming you guys already know the basics about nutrition, you know, 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, you know, 0.5 grams of fat per, like just minimal fats to keep the hormones straight. And then you fill in the rest with carbs. You know, I'm not going to get into that because I'm just assuming you guys already know that, you know. So I would recommend, let's say you have 2,500 calories to, you know, let's say you're losing fat on 2,500 calories, right? That's like you're cutting calories. I would just, in the morning, fuck, I'm ugly, bro. What the fuck? I don't know, I feel mad unattractive today. I don't know. Whatever. Sorry about that. So, this is what I would do, right? So in the morning, you could either have something small, let's say something 600 calories. You can have scrambled eggs on toast. You can have, you know, protein oatmeal with fruit. You can have like low-fat Greek yogurt with like granola, honey, and like fruit. There's a bunch of options, you know. But you want to get something like some quick carbs and protein in before you lift in the morning. Around 600 calories. Like again, you can just adjust it based on, you know what I'm saying, like your calories or whatever, right? So you eat that food, you go to the gym. Your session takes what, like 1-2 hours. Mine take like 2 hours, including warm up and stretching at the end. Maybe you can do some maybe you do some cardio at the end. I personally don't. But anyways, so you do that, and then we are going to skip lunch, but not completely, because as you guys know, protein is still important. You gotta hit that 1 gram per pound of body weight if you want to hold on to your muscle. Okay? So we're still gonna hit that protein. So we're not completely gonna skip lunch, but what you're gonna do is, basically every gym has like a little vending machine. Just grab yourself very specifically a protein shake and a protein bar. That's going to be around 50 grams of protein, 50 grams of protein. And that's basically going to be your lunch. It's like 400 calories, something like that. And then for the rest, until dinner, you basically maybe you just have like another little protein shake, like 100 calories. You know what I'm saying, just to get some more protein in. But then you're just gonna be filling the rest up. If you're hungry, just drink coffee, sugar-free energy drinks. And then at the end of the night, you have a lot of calories left to eat. You have like 1,500 calories left, so you can really satisfy yourself. That's the whole idea. Because if you're anything like me, I always get hungry, towards the end of the night. That's where I eat like the most. Because that's where I want to eat the most, so it makes sense. But again, that is just my approach. That makes it like stupidly easy because naturally, like if you're busy too, like you'll be thinking you don't think about food, throughout the day so much, especially if you supplement it with some caffeine in moderation, of course. And you have that little like the protein bar and the protein shake as a snack. I really gotta get back on my mewing shit, bro. I have a double chin, bro. Maybe from the bulk too, but I feel chopped as fuck today. I don't know. Yeah, I'm thinking like, do y'all have days like that too? Like, I just feel fucking ugly today. I don't know. But anyways, yeah. So that's what you do. You know what I'm saying? Um, that's what I would always do. Like for me personally, whether I'm bulking, maintaining, unless I'm really deep in a bulk where I literally like have to eat more throughout the day, then I would like have more for lunch. But again, it's like I still will eat most of my calories at night. That's just like, it's just easier for me, okay? But again, if you're different, you don't gotta do that, bro. You know what I mean? You can have a bigger lunch and a lighter dinner if that's how you are. You can have a bigger breakfast and like a smaller lunch and whatever you like more. You know what I'm saying? That's just what works for me. The biggest thing is just you gotta find what works for you. A diet strategy that you can stick to and like be consistent with. You know what I mean? But I want to say something else. Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just like fasting like during some time of the day, especially when you're cutting. You can also, I know some of my friends too, they don't eat in the morning, and they lift in the morning too. They don't like training like a full stomach, so they just take caffeine, they just take some pre-workout and they just go to the gym. If you're like that, you can do that too. You can just drink coffee or like a pre-workout and go to the gym, and then you can have a lunch and dinner, whatever, bro. It doesn't really matter. You can have a big ass fucking breakfast and then go to the gym, if that makes you feel better. Whatever. Everybody's different. You gotta experiment a little bit. But this is what I would do personally. That is what works for me. I don't like going to the gym like on a completely empty stomach, but I also want to have some food though. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So yeah, that is basically. I hope that video made sense. It's not really that structured. I just I had some time to record this, so I just was like, fuck it, let me put some people on. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, with this whole fitness shit, the most important thing is just that you find something that you can actually stick to. You feel me? Like long term, that's the most important thing. Um, you know. But yeah, little recap. Have like a small pre-workout meal in the morning, 600 calories. Hit your lift, boom, boom. Now it's like 12 p.m., 1 p.m. You have your little like shake and in a bar. You drink coffee and energy drinks until dinner to like keep the appetite down. And then you have a big fucking meal. You can even have some dessert or whatnot, some chips. So basically just to keep it sustainable. That's the whole plan, you know what I'm saying? You can go eat out, you can have dinner with friends, whatever, It don't gotta be complicated, you feel me? But yeah, this is what I would do. I hope you find you found value in this video a little bit, even though it was all over the place, I know. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, comment down below what you want to see in the next video, or if you have any more recommendations. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.